Okay, so do you see this picture over here? This is the Mona Lisa. It was created in the 1500s using a basic wooden plank and simple brushes and tools. And it was made by this guy, Leonardo da Vinci. Now, Leonardo da Vinci is one of the greatest artists and inventors of all time, but even at that time, he was restricted in terms of the tools and the resources that he had. But imagine in 2024, if Da Vinci existed and if he had a creativity engine like this, the iPad Pro M4. I know, it sounds a little crazy, 2024, Leonardo da Vinci. I'm just trying to build a perspective here, just trying to make you imagine that if someone as creative would have a creative tool like the iPad Pro, what kind of creations he would be able to do. And in this video, I'm just trying to give you a perspective of the ability of the iPad Pro and what you can do with it. Now in this video, I'm going to be telling you the design and the display of the iPad Pro, what they are capable of, the entire element of the processing, the M4 chip, the power, what it can do for you, and how it bundles well with the Apple Pencil Pro and the Magic Keyboard, how the entire ecosystem bundles and gives you power, performance, and all of that is packed in a price tag that might be expensive for some but might not be, because you're paying for this and it's kind of like money's worth. So everything in this video. Alright, now speaking Da Vinci, when he was creating stuff, he had a very handy notebook with him where he would scribble ideas, draw designs, and I'm thinking if there was a modern version or something like that, it would be something like the iPad Pro. Because if you have something where you want to jot down note, it needs to be nimble, it needs to be lightweight, and the iPad Pro is testament to that kind of a design philosophy. It's one of the lightest gadgets that Apple has made, and I've had a swell time working with this one every day because it's slimmer, it easily slips into your bag or any little pouch that you're carrying, which is great if you're wanting something that's portable and not that heavy in the hand as well. Just because it's slim, it doesn't compromise on the robustness, which is a good thing thanks to the metal frame that it's carrying, protects the entire body. So despite being compact, I think there has been no compromise that's been made. The best part is I took the iPad Pro with me on a plane and I placed it on the tray table of an airline that doesn't even give you good leg room. So despite that, you can just say that how comfortable it was. Now at the bottom, you do get a Type-C port for all your needs, be it data transfers or charging. And I'm kind of personally very happy that Apple is giving a Type-C so that I don't have to carry a charger, a separate one. Now talking about display, we all need a good display to work with, don't we? And the iPad Pro display is just perfect. Now this one has 11-inch display and my 1 TB variant comes with nano texture display glass. Now what that means is giving you a matte finish which just kills all of the glare. So even if you're angling the iPad and working on it, there will be no glare problem and all the content that you see on the iPad will be crystal clear, which is what you want from a creativity device. However, the coating kind of attracts a lot of fingerprints and to keep it clean, it's so tough. It's like almost trying to get rid of curry stains from utensils. You just have to... Now the new iPad Pro is stacking two OLED panels together. The company is calling it Tandem OLED. Now what this offers is rich contrast and the brightness just gets bumped up to 1600 nits for HDR content, which is pretty bright even if you take it outdoors. Now these are some of the best colors I've seen on an iPad and I had a great time watching movies, playing games, drawing on this canvas, and not once did I feel that I was missing out, that the relation between me and the content was severed in any way. Now the display has a pretty wide color gamut and the adaptive refresh rate up to 120 Hz ensures that I hardly had any motion blur when I was playing the new Assassin's Creed Mirage game, by the way, which is out on the iPad. You should definitely try it if you have it. It's even out on the iPhone and it just has fantastic graphics, and a graphic heavy game like that deserves to be played on the iPad Pro. Now, the performance-wise, the Pro really brought out that creative bug inside of me when I was using this. Now, I went crazy and downloaded all of the sketching, painting apps that I could find on the App Store just to test it. Someone at the level of Da Vinci would even appreciate the kind of output that I gave, but I swear, someone like him would have loved the finesse that the Apple Pencil Pro offers. I mean, the array of brushes, the delicate strokes that you would require to paint something maybe like the Last Supper, the tilt and the direction, the blend of colors, everything you're getting with the Apple Pencil Pro. So I just love my experience. Now with the Apple Pencil Pro, you can toggle the secondary option just by squeezing the pencil slightly, or by rolling it. Gives the pencil another orientation of the brush, which is just totally makes the game more versatile when you are sketching or drawing. And my experience, I just had a lot of fun while doing all of this. And the best part is, it hardly takes a few minutes to charge the Apple Pencil Pro. All you have to do, it just magnetically attaches with the iPad Pro, and in a few minutes you get about 50% charge, which is great for creators who are always on the go. Now, I took the iPad with me to US for more than a week, where I had to do all of my office work, and my entertainment purposes were also met with the iPad. At first, I thought that I would miss my office laptop, but nope. Now, the new and powerful M4 chip inside is a real powerhouse. Not a single day did I feel that the iPad was lagging. I was switching tabs from Chrome, recording interviews on this one, watching Netflix, playing games, and sketching weird shapes and sizes, but it just kept up with me. There wasn't a day that I felt that this is lagging or I'm not getting the best experience out. The speakers are loud, by the way, although most of my content I was consuming using headphones, but even if you don't have headphones, the speakers are pretty loud and you will get a good experience when you're watching content on this one. I even took the iPad Pro to another level and started designing 3D shapes and models using the Sharper 3D app. Now, while I am not a pro at this one, it kind of gives you a sense of idea of what kind of pro performance the iPad Pro is capable of. It is also able to render AR objects in real time using the LiDAR sensors, which is available in the rear camera. And with this machine, you can expect serious workload that it can take, because it has serious hardware inside of it. And the new M4 chip also gets a neural engine for artificial intelligence tasks, which I'm sure will come in handy once Apple Intelligence, yes, Apple Intelligence AI kicks in, and you get more AI enabled applications for movie, music editing, for a lot of other things that you want to do with AI. Now, I was even using the Pro for my video edits. The render time for quick reels is just a few minutes, and I was editing and exporting all of my content using the battery. I wasn't even plugged in, which kind of tells you that it is really good when you don't have your charger with you. There's even plenty of onboard storage that you get with this one. Now, this is a 1 TB variant. You have different storage options, so you wouldn't run out of space. And while I was doing all of this on the iPad, this machine did not heat up, which tells you the cooling technology on this one is just fantastic. Now, I'm always curious about how a gadget like this would stack up in the benchmarks department. So I ran a few benchmarks just to see how it performs. I got solid scores in both Antutu and Geekbench, and as you can see, the real test was during the 3D Mark Extreme Stress Test benchmark, where it clocked almost 52% of stability and a total score that the Pro was able to keep up with the top 3 Apple portable devices, which tells you that this is really up there when it comes to performance. The Magic Keyboard really completes the set if you want the ability to work out of the office without having to carry your laptop everywhere. Though I will say it's not as intuitive or user-friendly as a regular keyboard that you get with a Windows laptop, but that's the problem mostly because of the iPad OS that you get. Like, for example, I cannot highlight text using the trackpad that's available on the keyboard, and sometimes the connection with the tablet just severs. So not the best experience, but again, not a deal breaker for me, because hey, you're getting a backlit keyboard that's decent for typing. And even during the Key Hero typing test, I could get a speed of about 45 words per minute with a 90% accuracy, which is pretty good for a keyboard that's small, but also gets a trackpad, which is great. Although I must say that the keyboard is not meant for everyone. If you're just doing basic tasks, then it's fine. But if you get the keyboard along, you just have a more versatile gizmo at hand, which you can use it to do your office work and also use it to do some creative stuff. That's great. Now the iPad cameras are not meant for your beautiful Insta stories or posts. Absolutely no. They serve limited purposes, of one of which is FaceTime, or even you can even do your Zoom meetings, scan a few documents, etc. But I think they're mostly meant for video calls. And the best part is the camera is where it's supposed to be, in the landscape mode. It's a wide angle lens, so you get more people you can squeeze into the frame, and even gets center stage technology, which means you will be at the center of the frame. It's just handy and looks more professional when you are on Zoom calls. I mean, it is a good option if you are placing it on the keyboard and shooting videos at home. You get a tripod option. But apart from that, I don't think it's a good idea to be shooting long form videos with the iPad. It's just not meant for that. Use your phone instead. But still, I would want you to have a look at the quality that you get with the iPad Pro, which is pretty decent. And I think for shorter videos or even for Zoom calls, it's a good one. Hey guys, so this is the front camera of the iPad Pro. Right now I'm recording in HD 60 FPS. This is not that brightly lit in the room right now, but still you can see the quality is pretty nice. You also get 720p recording on the front camera, and I'm moving around just to give you an idea of what the stabilization is, because apparently a lot of people move around when they are in meetings. And the audio quality is coming from the mic, so you can let us know in the comments what you think about the overall quality of the iPad Pro camera. And another thing, you also get Face ID on the iPad Pro, so just makes logging into the iPad more convenient. And I think it's a great idea to have it on the iPad. And plus, the landscape is just perfect. Alright, guess what? It's a bit of a surprise for me, but Apple is giving you an adapter in the box with the iPad Pro. And yeah, it's a surprise. You also get this braided Type-C cable for charging, which means all of the stuff that you need to get the iPad kicking is available in the box. You even get your microfiber cloth, which is pretty expensive. Now, I was relieved that I didn't have to carry a charger for the iPad whenever I took it outside, because I was able to use my normal phone's charger. And when I started the day, I had about 60% charge left on the iPad. I ran 3 benchmarks on it, rendered a 1080p video, and also ran the Fresco app to do a bit of sketching. I also downloaded some extra content for the Assassin's Creed game, and I think I was running 20 applications in the background. Despite all of this, in about 10 hours, the battery drained down to just 10%, which means that it's pretty great. If you're doing regular work, I think it will easily last you 1 to 2 days, which is great battery backup for a tablet this size. Now, the 20-watt charger will give you a charging time of around 2 hours. This is the charging time that I got with the 20-watt charger, but I would have been happier if my iPad would have charged from 0 to 100 in just like an hour's time, which in this quickly moving day and age where you're just rushing everywhere, fast charge just helps you move faster in life. Alright, verdict time. The 256GB starting variant of the iPad Pro comes in at 99,900 rupees in India. With the keyboard and pencil, the package goes up to 1,46,000 approximately. Now, the question to ask is whether all of this is worth it. Now, let me be clear. The iPad Pro isn't meant for everyone. I mean, if you want a daily tablet for basic tasks like media consumption, emails, a few games here and there, you're better off buying the iPad Air, which is relatively cheaper. Nandini has done a review of the iPad Air. You can go and check that out as well. Now, the Pro here is meant for the Da Vinci's out there, for the people who are aspiring to be top creators. Now, if you create a lot of content, be it video, audio, or images, or are multitasker who run heavy applications, this hardware is meant for you because it packs a serious processing unit, and it will also last you for years. Now, if you add the Apple Pencil Pro and the Magic Keyboard with it, you just get more creative liberty, and it just totally ups your game because you're getting an entire ecosystem where you have functionality and creativity packaged together. However, for people who are thinking that this can replace your laptop, no. Absolutely not. It can act as a handy substitute when you are in a need of a laptop for functionality, but no, don't think of replacing it with your laptop. However, if you're wanting a bigger screen on a form factor like this, there is always a 13-inch variant that you can buy online, which is more expensive, but again, larger screen, more real estate, just makes you happier. On Fiiber, we'll rate the iPad Pro a solid 8.5 out of 10, and I believe it's one of the best gadgets out there for people who want to be creative, aspire to be creative, and this can really up your game if you are someone who just, wants a creative machine to help them move ahead in life. That's it for this video. Hope you liked the review of the iPad Pro M4. Do let us know in the comment section what you think about Apple's latest creative gadgets. And again, for more such fun tech videos, stay tuned to Fiiber. This is Cyrus signing off. Take care.